TCM.com and Barnes & Noble DVD locations.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. For the past few hours, we've shown two films from Orson Welles, Citizen Kane, his first film, and one of his last, F for Fake. Up next, we're going to bring you another double feature, this time from a filmmaker who continues to make movies today. He was a close friend to Orson Welles and continues to follow advice Welles gave him. It's director Henry Jaglom. Welcome, Henry.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Up next, we have the final collaboration between Henry and Orson Welles from 1987, a movie about the search to understand and perhaps to conquer loneliness. It's Someone to Love. I loved this film. I really did. It's moving. 1987, people are going to do the math. Orson Welles died in 1985. So when did you shoot this? How did you get him in it? And then what was it like doing this and releasing it and editing it so long after he passed?
Well, I had done a film in 1983 about the end of my first marriage, in which my wife left me, and I was on the floor crying and devastated, and Orson said to me, look, if you were a songwriter, you'd be writing songs about this. If you were a poet, you'd be writing poems. You're a filmmaker, make a film about it. I said, how do I do that? He said, I don't know, just use your house. Your wife she's a good girl, I know her. She's an actor, she'll go along with it. You play yourselves as a couple about to get divorced. Create some situation where you're stuck in the house for a weekend, like a 4th of July or something. And I did that. And we made Always, but Not Forever. It had quite a good success. And Orson was very pleased. And he said, God, you did something that I'd like to do just once on film. I said, what's that? He said, you showed yourself warts and all. You didn't mind being pathetic. You didn't mind like looking like a baby and crying and being like all messed up. He said, I'm always putting on a big false nose, and I'm always, you know, I just wish once in my life. I said, okay, look, my next film, Someone to Love, is about a generation trying to find out why it's alone, why people aren't happily as couples and married and in relationships, why so many of us find ourselves approaching the middle of our lives alone. I could use a wise man. I could use you sitting up in the rafters of the theater. We're going to shoot it all in the theater. Just talking to us about life and love, men and women, what your feelings are, exactly as you have with me at lunch. I don't want to write it. I want you to just do it. He said, fabulous. I said, but as you, like you said, he said, I'm there. So
he's never identified as Orson Welles in the movie, but he's
Danny's friend.
He's Danny's friend.
I'm
right.
Danny.
But he's Orson Welles.
Oh, God,
yeah.
He's Orson Welles.
Yeah.
But he shows up, and he's got a makeup box, which looks like a fishing tackle thing. And I approach him, and his head is down. And he looks up, and he's got like a mustache, twirly eyebrows. It's like some big cheekbone. And he said, hello, Henry, how are, something like this. And I said, what Greek?
What's happening? Yeah.
Greek. Could I be Greek? I'm Greek. I said, Orson, do you remember our conversation? This was the first time you wanted to be really who you were in front of the camera. I don't want any accents. I don't want any makeup. You don't like that? Okay, come back in an hour. So I come back in an hour. I'm not exaggerating. He's an Arab. He talks like... I said, Orson, your voice, your face. He said, this little nose? Nobody will take me seriously with this little nose. I've never shown this little nose.
Right.
I said, please, that's our deal. So he pretended to let me trick him into doing it, which, of course, you couldn't trick Orson. He wanted to do it, but he had to put up that protest first.
Right.
And we made the film.
Right. Henry, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Let's watch the film from 1987, starring Henry Jaglom and Orson Welles, also with Oya Kodar, Andrea Marcovici, Michael Emile, and Sally Kellerman. Here's Someone to Love.